So how do you max out every spec in the game? What's going on? My name is Sid and welcome back to a channel that did already answer that question. Yes, that question has been answered in the past by this very channel. But the problem is the crew just love making changes and updates that no one really asked for. Cause see, I made that video a while ago. It was during the Emerald Coast Summit and everyone really needed a way to max specs out because they put bloody aerobatics and hovercraft in the summit, and because of this, it did quite well. It did quite well. So what did the crew do? After they've put that summit in the game, the one that required you to take, to get tons of different specs maxed out, they then changed the whole system, wrote a full article about it, and no one really understood it. So here, I'm gonna explain the full article today on this video, and also near the end, I'm gonna have an updated way of how to max out all your specs. Because when you understand it, it's actually quite simple. It really is. But also, before we do get into that, always remember that you can become a member now. Yes, there is now a join button next to the subscribe button that you can click, you can pay. There are different tiers. All those tiers get you extra perks. See, of course, all the content is going to be putting out here for free regardless. However, depending on what tier you get, you'll get more content. Some of these include member-only polls. Some of them include your name in the stream description, your name on screen in streams, and special teasers for videos. In fact, because of the way I'm filming this one, members with that tier would have gotten this teaser yesterday. And no matter what tier you get the members rank in the Discord and a special channel to chat to other members. Speaking of, always remember that the links are in the description to the Discord. Weird order here, but there's the Discord, chill with the community, talk to them, interact with them. The Animosity Podcast, a podcast out every Monday. Me and my mate love doing it, love uploading it, and you guys seem to enjoy it as well as the Shorts channel. Get that to 100 subs. We're almost there. Head down there, subscribe with notifications on. That's about it for all of this stuff. Let's actually go into the game now. And by going to the game, I mean go into this article. Right, so here we are on the crew hub, right? See, of course, we got the rabbits, all of that stuff. But if we go to the crew and we scroll down to news, you can see before all the agency stuff, they announced this just before it, there is the performance part improvement. And you got these messy graphs that no one really understood. Yada yada yada, parts stuff, dev team, parts. So, performance parts, maxed out disciplines, which is something, and most level up to icon level. Which, honestly, even on stream when I looked through this, no idea what it means. No idea. But as you see in the chart above, players will be able to reach maximum performance parts level in certain categories more than others. This is not correlated to the popularity of the discipline. So I guess the second one is the popularity of the discipline, and then maxed out disciplines is how many people actually have it maxed out. So you're telling me that drift, bloody demo derby, and hypercar are the top 3 disciplines instead of like street. That's what you're trying to tell me. I don't know. The issues, drift, demolition derby, gaining vehicle parts mainly done through participating in events up until season 1. Finishing all the events in a single vehicle category in normal difficulty does not guarantee any competitiveness in hard difficulty or ace. Right. So what that means is every event in a spec, so all the events, if you played all of them, there isn't a guarantee that you'd be at the perfect level to then actually start winning races on hard. Currently replaying previously won races, stuff like this. I'm struggling. Okay, my dyslexia is not liking this. So what that means is that, currently you have to go back and play races you've already done to actually get your thing to a higher level to play on the next difficulty. Additionally, a large part of our player base has not maxed out a lot of vehicle categories. When there's stuff like aerobatics, I don't blame them. Vehicles equipped with fully boosted sets, not surprised. That's honestly nothing there is shocking. I'm very, very not surprised that it's freestyle at the bottom, basically. We have to consider now players are currently grinding these parts and how to foster competitiveness for everyone Yada yada yada. Currently finishing all the events in vehicle category on no. Is that literally what they just said before? Oh, this often means that races need replaying. Yep, okay. They literally... That entire section is just what they said in like 2 paragraphs, but they said it in 1. Huh? Our intentions. We plan on addressing how quickly the vehicle level progression 60% more in, I think it's drag or stuff like that. So basically, in short, it takes 50 minutes instead of like 3-4 hours to complete something like drag. The progression will be indexed on the number of events available. So basically, so what they've done here basically is they've said that because we haven't put enough events in a spec and people have to go back and replay events to actually be able to have enough parts to play it on the next difficulty, instead of actually, well, there's this. If you think about this problem, the fact that people have to replay events on difficulties they've already done to get to the next one. The fun way of doing this, the proper way of doing this, would be add new events. Don't have it as a big update. Just in one of these updates, be like, you know what? Here's tons of new events. Have all of them. Have many events. Give us more events, so more stuff to do, more stuff to play, more completion to do. You know, then you can keep the same part system. And you don't have to, you know, absolutely annihilate people's games when they do New York at all. But if they just kept the part system and added new events, that'd be perfect. But instead, what they've actually done here is, instead of adding more events, basically made it so that based on how many events there are in a spec, you will earn more parts from events in that spec. So say event types like Demolition Derby, Drag, Hypercar, any event type with very few events, you're gonna start getting a lot of parts from now because they have less events. So they want you to be able to play every event on normal, then go back and play every event on hard, then go back and play every event on ace. But the thing is, they didn't stop anything after ace, so now you just get a shit ton of parts. So let's go into the game and show you guys what we're actually talking about. So here we are, we're in the Crew 2, and the best method of unlocking parts, doing all that kind of stuff, you know, getting your things to maxed out level, getting your cars to an egregious amount of parts. What is it? You may be wondering. So let's go over to like any old race, right? Any race. Let's go over to say Hypercar. That has, you know, not that many events, but it's got quite a few events. However, not, you know, the most events. And we're not even gonna go with like a parts set, right? We're gonna go with a little old, you know, Evo Magma with a Nitro Chemist set. So there's not that bias. However, what you do want to do is put all of your icon points. Yes, you probably won't have 914, but put all the icon points you do have onto Gold Finder. Now, obviously, you might not have a lot, and it might take you a while to get a lot. And of course, I'm not gonna make you like, you know, get like a fully maxed out loot digger set, you know, 2 times loot, because if you're maxing out specs, you probably won't be able to have a set like that. But I'm gonna use Nitro Chemist just to get the race done quickly. And here we go. Let's get into it. Here we go. Like, it's an interesting thing. See, so what the whole shtick is now is the best way to max out every spec is to play the best event in every spec. And I'll tell you this much. Oh, I've hit that wall there instead of taking this shortcut. I'll tell you this much. This is not the best event in Hypercar. See, we'll finish this race and I'll show you all the best events for every spec. See, my old method was the live reward system because you'd always get better parts. But the thing is now, there's no point in using that because, well, they've buffed parts so much to such an egregious level that on stream, I did something like this. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how many parts I get right now. Here we go, chat. Chat, I broke the game.
Nice frame rate.
Chat, I broke the game. Chat, I think I broke the game. We got a few parts, chat. Yes, that was New York with a full loot part set, maxed out icon points like I have, all of that stuff. And we got that many parts. Huh? In fact, I actually managed to break the game. After that clip, my game ended up crashing. And then I did it in another stream, and my game didn't even try loading the parts. It just crashed straight after I'd finished the event and just didn't give me any of the parts. So it's clear to see that events are miles better. So I'll run you guys through the best events in every spec. And let's just look at these parts. There they are. Instead of 3, we got, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see, the thing is they'll be higher rated as well. Because what they want you to do is get to hard by completing them all on normal. So they'll be higher rated to get you there quicker, and you'll get more, if you get what I'm saying. So, for Street, the best event is Harlem West. Harlem West, best for money, best to do, all that good stuff. You'd be making money with it, followers. Harlem West. Drift, any of them. I mean, Airport Terminal D is the most fun drift event in my opinion. Just any of them. Drag, Tweak and Shout. Hypercar is technically high-speed takedown. However, I quite enjoy stuff like Latrell's 1 because you get a lot of parts for Latrell's 1. Rally Raid, high-speed drifter. Rally Raid is one of these enforcer events, anyone you kind of choose. Motocross is White Mountains. Rallycross is also any one of these enforcer events, probably, you know, whichever one has the least time, I guess. This, I get. Oh, Jesus. That's a glitch. This one. Hovercraft is Gold Rush. Aerobatics, doesn't matter, any of them. I guess go for one that has the least points world record. Demolition Derby, I'd probably recommend the Ring or the 8. The Ring's probably easier. Jet Sprint, without a shadow of a doubt, is main Highlands Cave. Monster Truck, Wreck and Havoc, but do beware. Sid Waj is chilling here with the 6th in the world record. But, you know, Wreck and Havoc for Monster Truck. Uber Dam for Powerboat. Touring Car is technically going back to my roots. However, if you don't want to play that, I can recommend Golden Hills Every Zone track. It's an enjoyable one to do as well. Air Race is Viva Flight Vegas. And finally, Alpha GP is Jersey City. Those are all the events you want to go through and play. And those are now the best ways to max out those specs, because now you get so many parts from all events that it's just ridiculous to do anything else. So those are all the events, and slowly but surely you'll have every single one of those specs maxed out. And like I said, and see, the thing is, 50 minutes, what they said for drag, is what they're going for. That's the sort of like ballpark, because you can tell, because they're going based off how many events. That's the amount they're trying to get to. So you realistically will be able to max out every single one of your specs in around 50 minutes as opposed to 3 to 4 hours. But to be honest, that is about it from me. I hope you guys did enjoy this video because I enjoyed making it. That's about it from me. It's been a good one. I hope it explained the patch slightly. It's been a good one. I hope it explained the new system slightly and helped you out with what events to do. That's about it from me. In a bit. And of course, the popular members are on screen now, and a special thank you to all the star members. I'm on delay. I appreciate all of your support.